my name is Joy Apple. I'm the Director of Success for Orchestry Software, and I'm here in beautiful Orlando, Florida for the M365 conference. And I have with me today Sim from Creospark. How are you doing this evening?
Great. Enjoying the weather? How about you?
Oh, it's beautiful. You couldn't have asked for a prettier day. I would love it if you could tell me a little bit about yourself, about Creospark and your role there.
So my name is Simran, but everyone calls me Sim. I'm the Chief Engagement Officer at Creospark. Essentially, I handle everything for the business that is non-technical. So all the sales, marketing, partnerships, HR, finance, operations all report up into me. I kind of help, with the people and the culture of the organization as well.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what's your most impactful thing that you feel Creospark offers for your customers in the community?
There's a few things, but when we look at, a project, we don't necessarily only look at it from a technical perspective.
Okay.
We also want to see how this is going to impact the users or the people or, who's working at the organization, right? So this is things that we always keep in mind for any project. I think that, the change management aspect as well is important. There's a lot of organizations out there who'll come in and do a project and, won't care to know or care if the users know how to use the software or the technology that's been implemented. So that's something that we really focus on as well.
I love that. I think it's so important and so critical, especially with the fast pace of modern work. We have to make sure the humans, the people that are using the technology are engaged because we're doing it for them. We're not doing it for the sake of the technology. Curious for your insights of kind of what led to the partnership of Creospark and Orchestry.
Yeah, I think, obviously Orchestry offers an exceptional product, right? It's a very good product. It solves a lot of needs for many organizations, but I think with that, comes some really great people, right? And I think that combining those two makes a great partnership.
Absolutely, 100% agree. In your opinion, have you seen any ways from that people perspective that Orchestry has helped maybe change the way you approach maybe individual projects or business as a whole?
Yeah, I think, when working with Orchestry, it feels like it's, we're not in it by ourselves. We're in it with, everybody from Orchestry. We have a lot of support from the Orchestry team, whether it's on the sales side or the support side. Even the technology side, we have a lot of support and care from the Orchestry team, which we really appreciate.
Well, that makes my heart very happy. You've actually answered my next question without me having to ask it. As the Director of Success Support is part of my team, and I always like to hear directly from partners, how our support team is doing for you, both from a partnership perspective, because sales is important. That's how we make a living, of course. But from that support and technical and training perspective, like how to support an Orchestry, make sure you can do what you need to do and give you the tools you need.
Yeah, I think that, from a support perspective, when we have a customer who's looking for advice or help and something that we can't help with, the Orchestry team is always there to help and support and make sure that, ultimately the customer is happy and which in turn makes the partner happy, right? So.
Of course. We try. Yeah. Last question, I won't grill you too much because we're at a winery and we have wine to drink. But are there any particular examples that stand out of ways that you've been able to use Orchestry to really impact your customers? Any particular examples?
We just worked on an Orchestry implementation with a customer named Wade Trim. We were brought into the customer and we worked with Orchestry from the beginning. There was it was kind of a joint kind of co-sell motion. We went, into the customer together. Okay. And the customer, loved what they heard from us. They loved what they heard from Orchestry. They loved the support. They loved our partnership. They loved the joint kind of effort we brought. And we implemented the project and the customer is extremely happy right now. So, we did it kind of with an external site. Okay. And now we're looking to implement it on their internal site because they were so happy. So that's the next phase of the project.
Well, that's fabulous. Yeah. Well, Sim, I have to say, we appreciate partnership with you, with Creospark. Thank you so much for what you do for helping your customers, and what Creospark does for the Microsoft community. So cheers to a wonderful conference week.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.